One Zambia, one nation. Welcome to Zanis News. I'm your presenter, Mwangala Kapandula, and the sign language interpreter is Neham Mumbi. Let's take a look at the stories making headlines. President Hichilema speaks on good leadership. Muliata hands over maternity annex. Elephants destroy crop fields in Kalumbila. Plus, KK Day preparations commence in Muchinga. Zanis News in detail. President Hakainde Hichilema says those in authority must practice to be good shepherds by being inclusive. And President Hichilema has urged Zambians to work hard if they are to lead by example. The head of state said this in Mongo today when he joined Catholic faithfuls at the Cathedral of Our Lady of Lourdes in celebrating Good Shepherd Sunday. Amos Zulu brings us the details.
Today, at the Cathedral of Our Lady of Lourdes in Mongo, President Hakainde Hichilema made a special appearance, joining Catholic worshippers in celebrating Good Shepherd Sunday as he wrapped up his 3-day working visit to Mongo district. President Hichilema's presence here continues to signify his commitment to engaging with diverse communities and embracing the cultural and religious fabric of Zambia.
You cannot be a good Mulisana if you do not espouse unity. But I want to add one thing, and I'm very, very passionate about this thing. To be a good shepherd, we must lead by example through hard work ourselves.
President Hichilema says those in authority must be good shepherds by being inclusive.
You cannot be a good shepherd if you don't love the people that you are serving. Not possible. You cannot be a good shepherd if you don't draw in people, inclusiveness.
Meanwhile, Mongo Diocese Bishop Evans Chinyemba says the church has a responsibility to pray for those in leadership for their protection.
That the shepherd we follow is aware of his responsibility to take charge of the sheep, leading them to pastures, even in difficult moments and in joyful moments. As the Republican president, you have been given the responsibility by the people of Zambia to manage the affairs and to lead us in happy moments and also in difficult moments.
As President Hichilema wraps up his visit to Mongo, his participation in the Mass leaves a lasting impression of unity, solidarity, and the shared values that bind the nation together. Amos Zulu, Mongo.
Meanwhile, President Hakainde Hichilema has assured the church that the government will work with them in national development. Speaking when he interacted with the clergy from various denominations based in Mongo, President Hichilema said when the government and the church work together, greater development can be attained. And Bishop Martin Muliata of Followers of Christ Fellowship, who was representing the clergy, assured the government of their support and requested for the church's representation in the Constituency Development Fund, CDF. More in the following report by Stella Goma.
President Hakainde Hichilema has said when the government and the church work together, greater development can be attained. President Hakainde Hichilema stated this when he took time to interact with the clergy from various church interdenominations based in Mongo to accord the body of Christ a platform to dialogue on governance.
The body of Christ indeed is one. When I hear your churches, I am very, very happy inside me that you as our body of Christ here can come here. What we do, Minister, is to engage our clergy on a regular basis. Not only when the president is here. No, we should have an active relationship with our members, community leaders. These are our leaders. So, what I would suggest we do, we will be sharing progress reports that we just work routinely in Lusaka with the progresses, so that the progresses can engage with yourselves. Isn't it? Because we also want feedback from you. So you can tell us, no, there is a problem, there is a problem, like drought now. We will work with the church. I said it yesterday at the church. I said it today. I said it in all our set. All the churches that run social programs for the government, we want to work with you.
Representing the clergy, Bishop Martin Muliata of Followers of Christ Fellowship has assured the government of their support as he called for church representation in the Constituency Development Fund, CDF.
Your Excellency, we appreciate the devolution of the development program to the grassroots level through CDF, which is a real game changer. Soon we shall be able to put the infrastructure we want, and we shall own it because it is coming from us. We may say different things as individuals. I might give you different promises, but be comfortable to know that God is the one that gives authority, and we work with you. And we work with you as well. We are showing that we are working together and it shall be well.
And President Hakainde Hichilema's political advisor, Levi Ngoma, has assured the clergy that the declaration of Zambia as a Christian nation and its principles will be honored.
President HH, very clear, very emphatic and apologetic, he has made it very clear. Under his leadership, no same-sex marriage in Zambia. He has made it very clear, abundantly clear, the declaration of Zambia as a Christian nation states.
Stella Goma reporting for Zanis in Mongo, Western Province.
We have more stories coming from Mongo on Komboka ceremony. Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Gary Nkombo, has commended President Hakainde Hichilema for championing peace and unity in the country. And Mr. Nkombo has expressed happiness over the interchange of cultural aspects between the Bemba and Loze people during this year's Komboka ceremony. Take a look at this report by Rogers Fiabipa.
Shortly before the arrival of His Majesty Tunga, Imwiko II, Mr. Mirupi, Infrastructure Minister, I stress the need for all Zambians to continue interacting with each other in order to promote peace.
Special occasion. We have the greatest respect as us of this place. We have the greatest respect for the Paramount Chief Bemba. Historically, we originate from the same place. The Bembas, those were at that time called the Rianas of the Kola Foundation. So during the Lunda migration, we migrated here, and the Bembas migrated where they are now. The Lundas are where they are.
Minister of Development, has praised the head of state for being a champion of peace in the nation.
Has always preached that before national unity is achieved, nothing else can be achieved. And so we provide as a state provide all the logistical means all the way up to here.
Luitumeza aho shangwe pakana wabo na basibemba kwa lipina zeta busazani nisha ni hawa kitobone wakuta shangwe kwano kwalisowerera la silimo sa 2024.
Culture, and this is basically what you see here.
Convoca ceremony for 2024 has been done in style, where His Majesty the Ritunga, Imwiko II, will be docked from Fulambo Harbour due to climate change.
With the challenges of climate change, this has come in handy because our great grandfathers made these canals for this same purpose that we are using them for today. And we want to see going forward that this should happen. Each time there is a challenge for climate change, we use the canal. So the answer is already there for climate change and indeed affecting the Congoka. We always use the canal when there's no water, enough water in the floodplain.
Just fair reporting for Zanis in Mongo District, Western Province.
Ministry of Information and Media Director spokesperson Henry Kapata has urged management at the newly built Mumbwa radio station to adhere to the Independent Broadcasting Authority's guidelines once operational. Mr. Kapata toured the radio station, whose installation of equipment has been supported with 200,000 kwacha from the Constituency Development Fund, CDF. Details in this report.
This is the newly built Mumbwa Community Radio Station. Following the completion of the construction works, the radio is gearing up for test transmission set for early May. And Ministry of Information and Media Director spokesperson Henry Kapata has inspected the Mumbwa Community Radio Station, whose equipment has been funded 200,000 kwacha from the Constituency Development Fund.
It is the community to benefit 95% because it is driven by the community. Issues are within the community. You are engaging the community, disseminating the community. So they should not be sidelined on fruitful issues such as how government is performing, for example, agricultural issues, commerce and industry, science and technology. Those are the issues people want to listen to so that they are in line with what the world is listening to.
Mumbwa Community Radio Station Board Director George Chipeta says agricultural programs will take precedence as it aligns well with the community's needs.
This radio station will actually cover a lot of issues, especially on agriculture. As you may be aware that Mumbwa is an agricultural town. Yeah, so I believe most of our small-scale farmers will benefit a lot from the information that will be going through out there.
Meanwhile, Mumbwa Community Radio Station Manager Nawas Tumba elaborates on the upcoming initiatives and the station's role in serving the community.
All recorded programs, including news, those who are recording, they'll be doing from here. It will be booking. So with us, we know how we work in journalism. You know, to say you have to time your time and you have to record within your time.
Krugasiankuru, Zanis, Mumbwa.
Visionary Women of Faith Cooperative, comprising of professional women, has handed over a newly constructed maternity wing at Kakolo Clinic in Kitwe. District Commissioner Lawrence Mwanza, who officiated at the handover of the facility, says the maternity wing will provide a dignified delivery place for expectant mothers. Lizzie Ngobeka gives us more in this report.
They have all the reasons to dance. These are Kakolo community members in Kitwe's Usakile constituency who have received the maternity wing donated by Visionary Women of Faith, a cooperative formed by professional women. The cooperative funded the construction of the facility after realizing the challenges faced by women when giving birth.
Visionary Women of Faith is a professional women group with entrepreneurial skills who have come together just to empower each other economically psychologically and emotionally, knowing that as women, there are different things that we face, different challenges that we face. So we've seen it fit as professional women to come together just to empower each other in one way or another. Our societal impact becomes more achievable as visionary women of faith becomes more intentional in identifying needs in the community and adds value, such as the one we just identified here. As visionary women of faith, part of the mandate we carry is to contribute to the society we live in, because we believe we have to live in a good community. To contribute to the society we live in and to social corporate responsibility, we carry out different types of corporate social responsibility so that we improve the society that we live in. And we believe that as God is blessing us, our businesses should also go up, and even us, we should in turn add value to the community and the society that we live in. So we thought of reaching out to this community and adding economic development to our country. We are happy to announce that in line with our mandate, Visionary Women of Faith embarked on a building project, the maternity project that we are witnessing today. This maternity wing at Kakolo, which will not only add value to the Kakolo community, but will bring development to the community and the nation at large.
Kitwe District Commissioner Lawrence Mwanza, who attended the handover of the maternity wing, noted that the facility will help reduce maternal death.
This is a job well done by the women-owned and led institution who have voluntarily identified themselves a critical need in this community. Government is always passionate in ensuring that all communities have access to modern maternity facilities to ensure safe delivery by our mothers. Government is therefore happy and grateful to receive this clinic, which has been built in record time and excellency. We are certain that this great gift will go a long way in helping alleviate the challenges faced by our mothers whenever they are in the motherly way, and promote good health and maternal care. We are also mindful that this facility will greatly reduce mortality rates and bring, apart from bringing health facility closer home. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an open secret that before this project, Kakolo Clinic had no maternity wing, as the clinic was initially designed only to provide outpatient services. The clinic, however, improvised a small room to help our mothers deliver from there. However, the state of the improvised room contributed to some mothers choosing to deliver babies at home due to unsuitable conditions such as lack of privacy and non-availability of some amenities.
In a related story, Lusaka Province Minister Shil Muliata, who is also Rufunsa Member of Parliament, has handed over a maternity annex to the community of Lukuipa in Mankanda Ward. The facility was built under the Constituency Development Fund, CDF. Details in this report.
These are residents of Lukuipa in Mankanda Ward of Rufunsa district who have come in numbers to witness the official handover of a modern maternity annex at their facility. The women in this area had to travel more than 30 kilometers to access maternity services at Mumpansha St. Luke's Mission Hospital. But this will be no longer the case, as the maternity annex has been brought to their doorstep using the increased Constituency Development Fund. Rufunsa Member of Parliament Shil Muliata who is also Lusaka Province Minister, graced the occasion and assured the people of government's commitment in improving health service delivery.
The New Dawn government has put priority the health sector and has made pronouncements and strides in improving the quality of the access to quality health services. His Excellency, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, your President, the President of the Republic of Zambia, has set a goal that all health facilities in the country should have maternity wings by the end of the year 2024. We are officially handing over to the community a maternity wing annex at Luquipa Rural Health Center, whose construction commenced in 2019 at a cost of $151,414 using the Increased Constituency Development Fund, CDF. Rufunsa constituency has and will continue to ensure that health facilities have maternity wings with running water.
Rufunsa District Health Director Peter Kakonde is happy with the developments in the health sector through the Increased Constituency Development Fund.
On behalf of Ministry of Health, we are very glad that we are receiving this modernized maternity annex. We are glad to announce that Rufunsa was part of the districts that benefited from the recent recruitment of health workers.
Residents, especially women, are happy with the maternity annex.
So nipempa kuti ambuye akudaliseni because enze kuvutika pano muntu akangala na mimba enze kusakira tumarasha kusakira tunga todobadoba kuti aende kwa mpansha
chipatala changu chimene watikonzera ndifo yamikira kwambiri chifukwa tazimai kuvutika monga kunthawi yoenda kubaba kusonkhaniza wenango zopapira manyumba chifukwa chakuperewera kwa vinthu koma chifukwa cha ichi tayamikira chifukwa tatizathandizikira pafupi sizakumanayo mavuta ndezokumanayo so tiyamikira kwa chifukwa cha gavumenti yathu imene yatithandizira kutimangira chipatala.
Reporting for Zanis in Rufunsa District of Lusaka Province, I am Msekiwa Ntembe.
Chifubu Member of Parliament Lloyd Luposha says government has plans to upgrade Kaniki Health Center to cater for the growing population. Mr. Luposha said this when he received a donation of beddings for the health center from Holiness Pentecostal Church in Ndola District. We have more in this report by Nelly Bota.
Kaniki Urban Health Center has been servicing over 2,000 people since its inception. With the pending construction of the Ndola-Sakanya Road and a modern border post, the demand for healthcare services will increase.
The catchment area is growing, the population is growing in Kaniki. So sometimes we find that the labor ward becomes small. We end up conducting delivery just in the floor because the delivery bed will only have two delivery beds. And then the postnatal ward has a capacity of 4 beds. Even the antenatal ward also has a capacity of 4 beds.
To help address some of the challenges being faced by the facility, Holiness Church has donated some bedding.
Today, we are handing over 12 blankets, 12 bedsheets to benefit our mothers, fathers, and children who come to this health center to seek for medical services. As a church, we have a moral duty to care for the society in ensuring that they have a better environment when they come to seek for medication.
A Member of Parliament who received the items on behalf of the health center says government is planning on expanding the facility to cater for the growing population.
Donation has come it has come at a better time when we are in dire need of these materials. I want also to confirm that the church is not in competition with government.
Amen.
The church is a partner in development.
Amen.
Infrastructure, it's not befitting to be called a clinic. We have already factored the issue of Kaniki to build a new clinic building here.
Amen.
So we are going to build a new clinic that will have a bigger capacity. As you are aware, government is putting up an ultra-modern border facility here, and there is likely to be an influx of people settling around.
Residents are grateful for the gesture. Other stakeholders have been called upon to help improve the health sector. Nelly Potter for Zanis in Douala.
Chongwe Mayor Christopher Havenzu has called on stakeholders to be transparent as they identify vulnerable households that will benefit from the 200 metric tons of relief maize allocated to the district. Mr. Havenzu says it is important to ensure that the relief food reaches the intended vulnerable families. Details are in the following story.
Stakeholders in the health sector in Ilongwe district are calling for increased awareness and education in early antenatal care, HIV and syphilis testing. The district commissioner said it is the duty and responsibility of community leaders to promote health practices, support families, and advocate for the care that families deserve.
I call upon stakeholders to contribute their expertise and resources toward the same. Our community leaders, your influence can promote health practices and support families so that the voice is powerful in advocating for the care that we deserve.
The Provincial Director of Health, Dr. Asfa Chonga, was represented by Environmental Health Officer Noah Chilishe.
While the number of maternal deaths has significantly reduced in Wangwa, we know that our ultimate goal remains to have no mother die from pregnancy-related causes. As stakeholders, we possess the power to mobilize the community, isn't it? Okay, we can empower the individuals, advocate for change, and by harnessing this power, we can amplify our impact and drive positive change from within.
The District Nursing Officer, Modrin Simango, and Environmental Officer, Malon Kotashi, called for male involvement in the maternal health and listed some of the strategies put in place to promote maternal health.
Then HIV positive antenatal mothers initiated on ARVs. Reasons are that we find that some women, they want to be, when they disclose the information, others they are divorced, they are not supported. So as a community, as our leaders in the community, we want you to help us maybe disseminate this information to say husbands or males to support their women.
We support all stakeholders to be part and parcel. We won't do these activities alone. Whichever event is there in the district, we will try by all means to set up something. So what we ask for is for your support.
The District Council Chairperson emphasized the need to encourage couples and expecting mothers to seek medical services when need arises.
Something that describes actually the good health of the woman who is expecting even after delivery, and the health itself after delivery for the baby. Yeah, actually I've learned a lot in the sense that even men are supposed to be involved in such, more especially during pregnancy of a woman, whereby both needs to be tested.
Lista Ndumba, Luangwa District.
Elephants have been terrorizing farmers and destroying crops in Chovo area in Kalumbila district, northwestern province. The animals are destroying maize, beans, groundnuts, bananas, and cassava fields. From Kalumbila, Monde Musole now reports.
Chovo community area is located in the game management area. The GMA was established in 2015 due to many cases of poaching in the area. For the past 3 farming seasons, elephants have been terrorizing farms, destroying crops. Development had caught the attention of the district administration.
Quite all right, you've heard that these people are cultivating in the game management area. We will not just come here to watch, maybe observe, no. We want, when we assess, we should also be looking forward to finding a solution so that this cry from the people is ended.
Mehera was established as a resettlement, refugee resettlement. A lot of poaching was recorded in Kalumbila district.
Meanwhile, Chobo Wildlife Camp second in command disclosed that
since these animals have just come, and the fact of the matter is the farmers have encroached the areas where these animals are supposed to graze from. So instead, once they are passing, they are on their transit, they happen to find a field. Those are the fields which are mostly affected by the elephants. Not those, fields which are near which are not in their zones. The most thing that which we could maybe need to do is maybe we can advise the farmers to distance from the areas which animals are supposed to.
the community had called on government for help.
He needs the government to help him because he don't have where to make all the...
Indeed, government sets this area as game management area in order to protect the people and animals from poaching. Mondem Sole, Zanis News, Kalumbila.
Still in agriculture news, Lusaka Province Minister Robert Kamalata says government will continue to support farmers in crop diversification through various interventions to improve their production. Mr. Kamalata said this when he accompanied a team of farmers from Mwinilunga district led by Chief Chibuika to tour International Institute for Tropical Agriculture, IITA, in Chongwe district to appreciate agriculture technology at the institute. Here are the details.
Chief Chibuika of the Lunda-speaking people of Mwinilunga district has hit to the core by the government to diversify crop production in order to counter the effects of climate change. The chief led a team of farmers to the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, IITA, Research Center in Lusaka to learn new methods and practices to improve cassava production and highlighted the importance of the visit.
And I'm glad that speaking to the administration of this center, we are most likely going to come up with partnerships and relationships that are going to start addressing the issues of cassava in our area and in our region, and I want to believe the country at large. We have been shown a number of hybrid varieties now that they are promoting, like the ones that we are standing right around here, and my people are excited that we are actually able to see such kind of varieties.
Lusaka Province Permanent Secretary Robert Kamalata, who accompanied the team, also stressed on the importance of crop diversification to enhance economic growth through agriculture production.
What prompted this visit is because of, in Mwinilunga, the staple food is cassava. And they are doing new methods here on how to produce cassava. Therefore, we should get alongside the crops that can stand the test of time during those periods when we are having hard times. And like I said, this is as a result of the passion of the president, who is encouraging people to go into farming. He personally came here, he saw what's happening, and he actually encouraged many Zambians.
Farmers have appreciated the visit to the institution.
And so from this tour, as we go back home, we are going actually to put in this input that we have gotten here to make sure that we produce more and increase our hectareages as far as cassava production is.
Meanwhile, Research Associate for Cassava Breeding, Noah Manda, was on hand to give more information on cassava production.
So what we do in the cassava breeding program is to improve the quality of the cassava by using breeding technologies. We use conventional breeding methods where we identify parents that have good characteristics, then we cross them, we come up with a progeny. The progeny is what we evaluate to identify which one has carried the appropriate genes. We also help in coming up with solutions in other challenges that this cassava value chain has, like identifying the seed systems where we can improve on.
Ntazanga Mumba for Zanis in Chongwe District.
Oxfam, in partnership with Focus Africa, has conducted a validation meeting on the climate risk and vulnerability assessment in Namwala District. This is part of Oxfam's 5-year program funded by the Irish Aid, aimed at improving the socio-economic status of women, youths, and marginalized groups. While Linda Piri filed in this report.
A validation meeting on the findings of climate risk and vulnerability assessment conducted by Oxfam in collaboration with Africa Focus was held in Namwala. The program is targeting vulnerable people whose lives are affected by climate change. The Namwala District Commissioner, Ephraim Shandavu, recently reaffirmed government's commitment to work with cooperating partners to uplift the lives of the people.
We value the collaborative contributions of organizations like Oxfam. I should make mention that the commitment of the New Dawn government under the able leadership of His Excellency the President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, pledges to work hand in hand with cooperating partners to propel development for our people without leaving anyone behind.
Oxfam Zambia, with its implementing partners, Nutri-Aid and Women for Change, is running a 5-year project in Namwala dubbed Improving the Socio-Economic Status of Women, Youth and Marginalized Groups, and funded by the Irish Aid.
It shows our commitment in partnering with the government of the day in addressing the needs of our people and remaining all-inclusive in our programming. The harsh conditions which have been exacerbated by climate change has not spared Namwala as a district, as evidenced by the reports that have just been given to us. Guests of honor, Oxfam and its partners, YWCA, Nutri-Aid Trust, and Women for Change will continue to deliver interventions focusing on governance and accountability for effective service delivery, promotion of women's rights, enhanced local capacity for people-centered, climate-sensitive, gender-responsive, inclusive disaster preparedness response, improved income and food security.
The Agriculture Department in the district highlights some of the programs implemented by the ministry and its partners.
We managed to establish 17 farmer field schools across the old 15 camps. And then under Oxfam, we have 4 farmer field schools, 2 in Masombe and 2 in Kawi.
While Linda Piri reporting in Namwala district of Southern Province.
Preparations ahead of the KK Day on 28th April have commenced in Chinsali district, where the national event will be held at Lower Mission. The provincial administration, spearheading the activities of the centenary celebrations, has selected working committees to lay the ground for the event, which is expected to be graced by President Hakainde Hichilema. From Chinsali, Miriam Kumwenda reports.
It is one of the important days marked on the Zambian calendar, and preparations ahead of the KK Day have since started in Chinsali district in Mchinga province, which has begun with a preparatory meeting for both government and parastatal provincial heads of departments and was chaired by Mchinga province permanent secretary Henry Mkungule.
We put our heads together and make sure that we see what it is that we can do to prepare.
Assistant Director under the Provincial Planning Unit, Kaminda Mata, said time was not on the side of the organizing committees.
The first committee that was proposed was to do with infrastructure and maintenance. The committee chair was to do with entertainment and exhibition, because it's not for only the president to come and see what KK has done. KK at 100 is for the whole general public, so the proposal to say this tent can be mounted on a Saturday, that members of the public can be walking there to see the likes of Kaunda.
The PS further called on the organizing committees formed to quickly swing into action.
Just to remind you that we may call upon you to work even over the weekend because we do not have time.
Miriam Kumwenda, reporting for Zanis in Chinsali, Mchinga Province.
Siavonga District Administration has commended the African Fluorite Mining Limited for adhering to the stipulated guidelines governing mining operations. Speaking during the Environmental Impact Assessment Disclosure Meeting, District Administrative Officer Maswabi Imulela urged the mining firm to ensure that local people in the mining zone are prioritized once mining activities commence. Here's a report.
Siavonga District is one of the districts in the country that is endowed with natural resources, including mineral resources, among others. Siavonga not only is known for tourism sites and large water body, but fluorite mineral body. Fluorite is an industrial mineral used in metallurgical, chemical, and ceramic processes. The African Fluorite Mining Limited has injected $20 million to start large-scale fluorite mining activities in Dokota Village in Chief Simamba area in Siavonga District. As required by ZIMA, an environmental assessment impact disclosure meeting was held and the consultant shares the findings.
We, as the consultants for African Fluorite Mining, has undertaken the environmental and social impact study to determine the foreseeable negative and positive impacts that this mining activity can bring. The second part is the resettlement action plan, which is describing how African Fluorite Mining intends to look after the people that are going to be disturbed in terms of compensation, in terms of relocation from the proposed mining area.
The mine, once operational, will employ about 300 local people in the first phase. The mine operations are expected to last for 30 years. Chief Simamba has advised the investor to adhere to the provisions of the mining operating guidelines.
While we appreciate the development you are bringing to the chiefdom, to the community, appreciate also these people that they are making, they do work for you.
The district authorities are equally optimistic that the commencement of the fluorite mining will increase job opportunities for the people in the area.
The welfare of your people is very paramount. We want them to be equipped with all the safety gear. We want you to employ the right people and pay the right proper conditions of service to your people and pay the Zambian law.
Mkweng Shapande reporting in Siavonga District, Southern Province.
Government has constructed a classroom block at Nankana Primary School and furnished it with desks using the Constituency Development Fund, CDF. Ministry of Information and Media Director spokesperson Henry Kapata, who is in Mumbwa, visited the school located in Chief Mumbwa's area. Here are the details by Kruger Siankuru.
The construction of the 1x3 classroom block at Nankala Primary School has been completed. The project that was funded using the Constituency Development Fund comes with desks for the learners. The development has excited the Ministry of Information and the Media Director spokesperson, Henry Kapata.
Free education and they deserve to be in school. We want them back in school. That is the position. And so the issue of desks, also we are impressed. Remember last year there were pronouncements from the President that no child shall sit on the floor by 2023, December 31st. And we are now in 2024. And if you've gone beyond the deadline, well, it doesn't really matter, but what is important is to dance to the tunes of the directives.
Mumbwa District Education Board Secretary, Dr. Patrick Mwalula, says the introduction of free education is commendable.
If others are not seeing it as a success story, I wonder what their passion is, because that child who could have not accessed education today is in school. And if we are noble people, we should be happy, whichever challenges it has brought. It is a success story. because it's challenges that gives us the reasons to begin working hard and see the solutions to those challenges.
And Mumbwa Constituency Development Fund Committee Deputy Chairperson Stella Biemba says the committee is tackling challenges step by step.
The challenges are many, but we are tackling them little by little. And as you can see, the quality of this classroom block, it is something that we are done with. I don't think we can come back here and do the renovations or anything. You can see the boards, the doors, the walls are strong. Our desks, CDF funded. We really are very much appreciative to the President. And
we were not sitting on the desk, so we are thanking the new government. Thank you.
Krugasyankuru, Zanis, Mumbwa.
Non-Ferrous Africa Mining Corporation has built and handed over a 1x4 classroom block at Nambod Primary School in Kalulushi at a cost of 1.5 million kwacha. The mining company has also donated a generator set to mitigate the impact of load shedding at the school. Bwalia Kapapula has more in this report.
They are the beneficiaries of a 1x4 classroom block constructed by NFCA here in Chambeshi on the Copper Belt. The classrooms built at a cost of 1.5 million kwacha by NFCA will benefit over 600 pupils.
This classroom block is not only a better place of learning, but also a huge motivation to us as learners.
Kalulushi District Commissioner Kelly Jiwinga, who graced the handover ceremony, says the government appreciates the partnership with NFCA to develop the education infrastructure.
This is the transformation we are looking for. We want our children to benefit from the free education. In case you didn't know, free education does not end at grade 12. It goes all the way into the university.
And management at NFCA pledged to continue supporting the school.
We thank the government through various government officers for the warm relationship that we have and continue to enjoy, and hope that this cordial and sound relationship will continue for many years to come.
The Kalulushi District Education Board Secretary was also present.
Our desire as Ministry of Education, this school, because it was using, I will call them makeshifts, sorry to use this word, we were unable to grant it examination center status. But with this, be assured that examination center status will be added.
The 1x4 classroom block will be used by over 600 pupils, while Akapapla for Zanis in Kalulushi.
The Department of Water Development Resources in Northwestern Province says it is investigating a case of suspected water pollution in Kalumbila district following complaints by community members. Provincial Water Development Officer George Njovu disclosed that the department has received complaints from residents of Musele, Kankazi, Musangezi, and Molikwabantu, communities surrounding FQM Trident Limited mines over the alleged water pollution. Ms. Njovu said since 2017, the community members have been complaining about water and soil pollution, adding that fish has been drying in rivers, crops rotting, and trees drying up, among other complaints. He added that on April 25, 2023, the department convened a meeting in Kalumbila that comprised the communities, Kalumbila mine officials, and government officials for the formulation of a technical committee to thoroughly investigate and study the allegations. That item wraps up Zanis News, but before we go, to join us for the reminder of the headlines. President Hichilema speaks on good leadership. Muliata hands over maternity annex. Elephants destroy crop fields in Kalumbila. Plus, KK Day preparations commence in Muchinga. That's all we had for you on the Zanis News Desk. On behalf of the production team, This has been Mwangala Kapandula, and the sign language interpreter was Neham Mumbi. Thank you for watching.